Okay, we're going through this worksheet, and I have version A of the test. Love to work through that today. Surprise, surprise. Pretty much all the questions on version B was on version A. I just switched the order. Okay. It makes it faster. I thought it'd be faster to grade. That way I can make the solutions faster. All right. But it's also because I wrote a lot with the intention that you read, see what you did wrong, fix the problem, so you do well on the final, right? I don't want your grade to drop because you guys, for the most part, have been doing very well, right? So I don't want all your hard work to drop off at the end of the semester. So this one, it's just power rule. So power rule, you take the exponent, multiply it, and then subtract 1 from the exponent. So 5 times 3 times x to the, 3 minus 1, minus 1/2 times x to the first minus 1, plus, and the derivative of 7 is 0. So I'm being super extra with this because I could have just went straight to y prime is 15x squared minus 1/2. But I want to make sure we understand what it means for power rule. Power rule, you just subtract 1 from the exponent. You take your old exponent and multiply in the front. Okay, can you see? You're good? Okay, yeah, you can see?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead to number 2. So number 2, here I have quotient. So I must use quotient rule whenever you have two things that are divided. Do we know the song? Or do you at least know it? I do love, cross the line and square the love. Take means subtract. A couple of times we flipped the order on front, or we forgot to square the bottom. So these rules literally follow the rule exactly. Low, D, high. So take this derivative, you just follow the rule. Just follow the rule. Don't accidentally take a derivative somewhere where you weren't supposed to. It's low, D, high, not D low, D high, you know what I mean?
I think instead of the word take, you should just do the word minus, low, D high, minus instead of take. Because take adds some ambiguity.
Oh, you make up your own song.
Okay.
It is what it
That's
is.
my song.
Cool. Okay, so U is the top, V is the bottom. So I'm going to have U be 4x plus 1, which means U prime is the derivative of 4x plus 1. Derivative of 4x is 4. What's the derivative of x? 1. Derivative of x is 1. What?
Why are we doing low D high?
We are. But I'm figuring out I'm saying what the high is and what the D high is. Sorry, let me write it that way. High, low, high, D high, low, 6x minus 1, and then D low is going to be 6. Cool. What? Your question?
You said D low.
Never mind. What did I ask?
I know what it is.
Okay.
Goes to the playoffs.
Okay. So, f prime of x, aka first derivative. So, low, low, 6x minus 1, d high, so that's going to be 4, take minus high, 4x plus 1, do low, which is 6, cross the line, and then you square exactly what you had before.
When you get would you rather leave it 6x minus 1 squared, or would you rather us actually
I'll leave the bottom alone, but the top we can actually simplify.
Yeah.
You know, combine like terms. Yeah. So I have 24x minus 4. Don't forget to distribute your negative. Distribute the negative to both terms. Distribute negative. I'm a very efficient person. I don't like repeating things if I don't have to, but if I'm saying distribute the negative, that means you're not doing it. So make sure, do the little things, all right? Distribute the negative. I don't know what else to do. Minus 24x minus 6. So you see the 24x goes away. What? Foiling the bottom? No, I'm not gonna foil the bottom. I want to simplify the top. Ideally, just simplify. That's pretty nice. On your test, sometimes there was like a couple things where you like didn't simplify. There you go. Happy Hanukkah. I'll be your Hanukkah honey for 2 seconds while I give you those extra points on your test. Okay. That was weird. I shouldn't say that. -10. -10 over. I didn't think about this, and I'm screencasting. It is what it is. Okay.
Oh, you just leave it at that?
I'm gonna leave it because I simplified the top. This is fine. If I foil out the bottom, it's just gonna make it more complicated. I'm trying to simplify. If there was a factor of 6x minus 1 on top I could cross out, that'd be amazing, but there's not. Okay. Do you want me to do what Mr. Henlish was doing last period?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pause.
No,
Why? Screaming? Imagine. Poor Abby listening to the screencast and all of a sudden it's like blurring.
Say it out loud so that be like, say it for us. You are a mathematician.
Repeat after me. You're a mathematician. It's so weird. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's go. And we're focusing. No, we're focusing. Here we go. So 4 over x. I could do quotient rule. You have a question?
Oh no, I was just gonna ask if we could maybe like do a couple of these on the board, like if we could have us connect and do some on the board.
Sure.
Wait, but that's what I tried to do yesterday and you said no.
This one?
You're not like no one's touching my pen if that's your question.
No, with like a whiteboard.
Like I just want to like get through this.
Oh.
Yeah.
As many problems as possible. I'm trying to like go through the test because then we could do better. I'm trying to get through this because we need to practice on like these 3 rules in particular. And then what I'd like to do is like I'm gonna look at the final I wrote, and then I'm gonna say, change a couple numbers. Let's do problems like this. But efficiency. There's no dragging and waiting to do the problem. Cool. Time for you to try. It's gone. Good. We gotta go. All right. I'm gonna rewrite this as 4 times x to -1.
What? Why is it to the negative?
Hold on. What?
But isn't that the same?
I've never done that before.
And you bring your negative one.
I've never done that. No. Guarantee
Wait,
no.
what did you do last year? 'Cause I feel like my grades shot up for like
Oh, you took off 20 points at the final.
Oh,
you took off 10 points on the final. No, 20. It was 20.
Because it was unfair. Because the final was unfair.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do that again this year?
No.
Final last year, I think I got 106.
TikTok. Here we go. Do you hear the sound of the clock moving and like wasting time? TikTok, let's go. TikTok, here we go. Time is wasting.
By kids 4, whatever it was.
Let's go.
Focus, because I'm gonna cry.
Like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Trying to get you to focus. The next thing I could do is kick people out when they're being distracted. But that's, I don't know. I feel like that would harm, like, our relationship together. I want you to have the motivation to focus on your own.
I feel like quotient rule is a little easier to us.
Is it though? Is it?
All you do is x minus 4 over x squared.
Okay, guys, just let her do it.
Chill.
-4 over x squared.
Bang.
So, okay. She wants to do quotient rule? Let's do it. So, low, d high, take, high, d low, cross the line, square the low. Get the same thing. Are we surprised? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. It is one derivative for this. That's it. It's the answer. One derivative. Okay. So, let's keep going. Try out number 4. On your own. Oh my gosh. What is this? It's a product. There's a product because you literally have 2 functions being multiplied. So derivative, -3x squared of this one, derivative of this one, 2x plus 1. So, product rule. Well, I mean, you could do product rule, or you could just like, your choice. You either could FOIL this out, or you could use product rule.
Let's use product rule.
We're gonna do both ways. How about that? That's great. Okay, cool. So let's do product rule.
Here the tears come.
No, I'm fine.
No, no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
There's some catching up to do. There's some catching up to do.
Me?
Yeah, I don't think anyone
I
will
know.
cry more on this test than I did. So it's just me. I just take things personal, and I'm like, well, shoot. Guess I sucky suck. All right, let's keep going. U v prime plus it's. Oh, thank you. I was trying to hide the bags under my eyes. I was trying to hide it. Okay, cool. So, yes. You can't even see it. It's fine.
I can't.
The glitter on your glasses.
But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Come on. Let's go. Solve the problem. Let's go. Oh my gosh. And we had to FOIL this twice. Yeah, this is a lot. Instead, if you were just FOIL at the beginning, would have been a little easier.
Wait, really? You can spoil at the beginning?
Yeah, because it's binomial. 2 binomials.
Bruh.
We get it. Guess who did it? Janine, shut up.
When you do it up here and I do it like as a class, I can do it.
Yeah, so
When I get the test, I can't do it.
that's why I'm trying to be like, hey, try it on your own. I'll give you 20 seconds, and then when I
But
watch
can
people
do it
not
on
do
my own. But then when I get the test, I can't.
Don't freak out.
Good advice.
So, you know, like this thing where it's like on Google where you can do how to Google everything?
I got that.
Did I forget to multiply by 2 somewhere?
Hey, why did
Ah,
you get
plus 2.
Wait, why did I get that? Isn't that 3x to the 4?
No.
Why fit?
Wait, why is it negative 4x to the third?
Why is it negative minus 3x to the fifth?
Combine like terms. Yo, what is x squared times negative 3x squared? Oh wait, hold on. So wait. Oh my god, I messed up.
I did do it right. Shut
I was spoiling it and I got it.
So you mean that you could just FOIL it and then just do like the sum of it all?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's
I got it and do the
amazing.
what?
That doesn't mean I didn't get it right.
So that's
It's gonna be
negative 5x to the fourth. Negative 5x to the fourth. Minus 4. No, there's not.
Wait, hold on.
Negative 5x
Oh my god, that is so much easier.
Okay, you guys ready to watch this one?
So much easier.
Let's FOIL this out. So I have 2x squared plus 2x minus x to the 5th minus x to the 4th. And then if I take the derivative, I have 4x plus 2 minus 5x to the 4th minus 4x to the 3rd. Wait, same thing.
Oh, I did it. Oh, I did it where you FOIL these two and then you take the derivative of that and I got the same answer.
I did. I FOILed them and then I took the derivative. That's my green.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were.
It's
you're
the,
right. Okay, I
I'm
thought you
showing
were
it's the
writing
same
that
answer.
differently.
Same answer. Yep.
And then would you want to reorganize
So
it into-
a lot of times there's probably 2 ways you could solve a problem. One of them will take very long. Another will be much shorter. So, for instance, right, we did quotient rule versus like just power. Okay, number 5, find the x values where the following functions have horizontal tangents. So, first, horizontal tangents, aka we gotta find the derivative. And then we're gonna see where the derivative is equal to 0. We're gonna solve for the x values where the derivative is 0. Try it yourself. Come on.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Number 5, try it yourself. Let's go. Find the derivative. And then set derivative equals 0. Solve for x. We're trying to find where they have horizontal tangents, aka the slope is 0. So first you have to find the equation for the slope, aka the derivative.
And then you just make the slope equal 0.
Yes, and you solve for x. Ah, that is the
X equals I.
equation.
X equals 1. Why did I get that?
No, isn't it x equals I?
No, because it's minus 1.
Oh, well, okay.
But take out a minus 1.
Okay, because I did not do
So, first, find the derivative.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, it is.
Sorry.
It's fine. I mean, yesterday in reviewing, I forgot that differentiability was literally the first part of chapter 3, because that's how long ago it was. Yeah.
96.
I have a question.
96, it doesn't go evenly. No, wait, it does. Sorry, it's 8.
8?
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Horizontal tangent is when the tangent,
The slope is 0.
the slope
Yeah.
is 0.
So if I set
That would suck.
So
this
you
equal
set
to
it
0, and then I
to
solve
0.
for x. Horizontal tangent, meaning let's find the derivative, and where's the derivative equal to 0?
Okay.
So I factor out my derivative equation, and I solve each factor equal to 0. Try the next one. So once again, refine the derivative, and then fully factor the derivative set to 0, so each factor equal to 0.
48 times 2 is 96, right?
Times 2 is 96.
I got 3 answers.
Exactly, because it's an x to the third derivative.
I don't know how to
Wow.
multiply those two.
Wait, is it bad if I don't remember how to?
Multiply.
It's cute.
Trick play. Greatest common factor.
Whoa, how did you know that 48 plus 48 is 96?
What's 50? What's 50 times 2? 100. So minus 4. So greatest common factor 12x. That way I have x squared minus 2x. Let's see, minus 8. So I set 12x
Minus 4x plus 2.
x minus 4 x plus 2. I set each of my factors equal to 0. So, factoring. You look at your greatest common factor. So you have a special case, perfect square trinomial or difference of squares. Then you see if you can try to factor, and then you go quadratic equation. That's the order. That was a lot. But we remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. And number 7 and 8. Sorry, did we try this? Do we have questions? This is just factor. It's just take the derivative.
This semester was so long ago.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting what we did in the beginning of the semester confused with what we did last week.
That's what she just said to me.
Yes. Okay, let's keep going. Find the fourth derivative of the following functions. So let me pause. Can I scroll up? Thank you. Okay. I'm going to rewrite this one as
6x to the negative 1.
6x to the negative 1. So y prime is going to be negative 6 x to the negative 2. Take the derivative again.
12x
So
to the negative 3.
12x to negative third. So you just like keep moving, keep multiplying by the old exponent, and then subtract 1 from your exponent. The third is negative 36, x to the negative 4. And then the fourth derivative, so that's positive 144 times x to the negative
Would
5.
this be on the calculator section?
No. What?
Which is
How is that what?
144 over x.
This isn't the practice. This isn't the final review.
Still.
If it okay, I would start with something like 2 over x. That way it makes it a little easier. Because imagine this was like 2 over x. It would be much better, right? Y prime would be negative 2x to negative 2. Y double prime would be something like 4x to negative third. Y to the third, negative 12x to negative 4. And then like this is doable. Negative 12 times 4, negative 4 is positive 48. Like this one is like, this one's cool because you probably don't know negative 36 times negative 4, but you do know negative 12 times negative 4. You know? Yeah? Negative 12 times negative 4? Yeah, so it's fine. Cool. So 48 over x of x. This is just like another example. That's a little bit better. Number 8 is a great one because unfortunately,
I love that one.
Why would someone come up with this?
No, I like these. I'm a fan of
I
like this one. I like number 8.
are you talking about calculus or like this problem in general?
Calculus.
It's like a big question. The taking higher order derivatives, because okay, I'm walking. I want to know what's my change in position. How long is it gonna take me to actually like drive somewhere? Then like, wait, how is my rate of change? Okay.
Not my calling.
Okay. So I didn't force you guys to take this class. Don't give me this nonsense. Okay. Let's do this. So first derivative. Go through.
6x to the
plus 4x,
3
plus minus 3x squared.
Okay, ready? Second derivative, you go on and you're going to multiply. Yeah.
2 minus 6x.
You're asking me a question and I did not listen to you.
You're not writing it together.
Tell me what again.
I think I did math right in my head. Bang.
So it's 360.
24x minus 6.
So this is like a great, like it's a fourth derivative question.
I like this one. This was good.
It should be a y,
That's what I was thinking.
What?
That's what I thought. Is it not YIV? Like Roman numeral 4? Like why do they Roman numeral 4?
Yeah, you could put that.
Okay, cool.
But if I would, like we do that for function notation, we put like the 4 that way. We put the 4 that way. Okay. Okay, so that is, ready? Ooh, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, we can get through part of the A test, yes. It's gonna be around, shoot, I just was looking at my pre-cal final. I think it's around 35, 40 questions.
Really?
2 hours.
But,
You take it
but,
there's gonna be questions that are like part A through G or something.
I'll finish talking when people are quiet. I'm not gonna talk over you. I'm not talking over you. So if you immediately respond without giving me a chance to explain what I mean, cool. You can like gab all you want. So 40 questions, but like, oh, number 32 has 2 parts. Number 33 has 2 parts. 36 has 3 parts. It's like, oh, when is it moving left? When is it moving right? So exactly, 40 questions is reasonable. Most of them, there's only a couple that have multiple parts. But you know, like limits, for instance, there's like number 10. There's 4 different things for number 10, 4 parts. It's like, oh, limit as you approach this number, limit as you approach this number, limit as you approach, right. So I'm trying to like explain to you what I mean by 40 problems.
So was it like no?
So I guess it depends, like some of them have multiple parts, most of them don't. So if you want to know like one of them has 3 parts. Limit, so 4 parts for limits. No. What? So it's 40 questions total.
Yeah, is each chapter split up evenly? There's 10 questions for each chapter.
No. Number 1, I mean, there's some stuff on number 1 for sure. But if you saw how long we've taken on chapter 3, so. Well, I try to be organized so you can follow my train of thought. I'm trying to teach you how to be organized so I can follow yours. It is on purpose. I'm trying to show you and model how it should look. Yes. So for instance, on number 8, I should be able to follow your train of thought. If I just gave this to you, you could be like, okay, cool, makes sense. But imagine I put this like up here, and then I kind of like did, x to the 6 and like stuff over here, and I'm like, where do I look? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how I feel for the final. If I'm going to be spending hours trying to judge and like read. I don't know. Sometimes I just can't read. I don't know what people are writing. Okay, so.
Not really that.
So we are doing this together. All these problems. You have these problems. We're gonna do this together.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. So it said choose 4 out of the 6, but I let you do all 6, and I chose the 4 most correct. Cool. That's why if you didn't answer one of them, I said didn't write anything. That was for me. So I made sure I would pick 4 problems. So first thing to note.
Is this on the test? Where do I find this?
All right. Do you have version A? Test is hand back.
B.
Okay. So, but do you notice? The last problem on B is the first on A? Yep. Same problem. Just mix it
Do you have an
around.
extra copy of this so I can
What?
write on it? Do you have extra copies of the test?
No.
Just do it on something paper.
Exactly.
Here, Spencer.
And I'm screencasting, so you can literally go to the YouTube, pause. Go to the YouTube and you can pause and write it down.
Pause.
So, one thing to note, I can rewrite this as, I bet if I close my eyes, I could write the whole test by memory.
Really? That's
Yep.
Okay, don't flex on us like that.
Okay, on my team.
I kind of want to see that though. So like,
I think I did both versions of the test at least 5 times all the way through. But it is what it is. Like, if this is what it takes,
Get on it.
100%.
it's a mild.
I am Miss O'Brien.
Okay, so I want to make it clear. If the square is here, its tangent of 3 theta is being squared. Okay? There's just man, some of the stuff we missed had nothing to do with calculus. It was not understanding.
That was all of it for me.
Pre-cal and algebra 2.
I have no idea how to even start it or rewrite it.
So if I said sine squared of x, this is the same thing as sine of x. And I specifically remember going over this last year.
Mr. Wallace was the best teacher.
So,
Hey,
you were in this
Tommy,
router. Algebra 2 honors. I know every single person's algebra 2 teacher.
Who's my algebra?
Because, let's see, you had honors, you had Miss Router.
Who's mine?
You were at honors, you had Miss Router.
I dropped out of that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
know that because you were in class for a little bit
in that class.
when all then
I was
third grade, then sophomores
I
were
was
not
so
there because
scared.
they were all in where were we in 10th grade?
Israel.
Israel. You were all in Israel.
Yeah.
Then you took over because we did the project with the speaker.
Yep.
That was a fun class.
All right. So, one thing to note. I said this in class a couple times. Literally, if the square is right here, it's this whole thing being squared. Versus, if I have sine of x squared, this is the same thing as saying sine of x squared, right? If the square is right here, it's only pertaining to the x, which is why, I have parentheses here. I believe if I look through the screencast, I've probably at least told you 10 times, literally quote, parentheses are your best friend. Grouping symbols are your best friend. Don't mess up the grouping symbols because they mean different things. So, is it clear? The middle part, that means, sine of x squared. So here, why am I saying this? Because Maya's not even here. Chain rule. It is tangent of 3 theta squared. So imagine that I had x squared. We know the derivative is just 2 times x. But here, my whole x is the inside, tan of 3 theta. So in order to find the derivative, it's going to be 2 times tangent of 3 theta, right? We keep the inside the same. Then we have to take derivative of the inside function, tangent of 3 theta. The derivative of tangent is secant squared.
That's what it was.
Secant squared. And then I leave this inside 3 theta alone. And then I have to deal with the inside, right? I'm not just taking tangent of theta, I'm taking tangent of 3 theta. I'm taking tangent of a function itself. There's an even more inside function. So I must then multiply by 3. To simplify, at the end, I combine all the numbers. 6 times tan of 3 theta, secant squared 3 theta. Biggest thing we didn't do was chain rule. Right, we tended to, let's see, people missed it, forgot the derivative of tangent, or tried doing product rule, where tan squared was 1 and 3 theta was another. I mean, at least you recognize tangents of function, but it always has to be tangent of something. Right, we talked about this yesterday, it's always had to hug something, right? Tangent, sine, cosine are always hugging something. There always has to be inside, something inside. You can't just have tan squared by itself. It has to be of something in here. Okay. Question over this one? Hopefully it should make more sense.
If we don't know that tangent,
You could always do
of
quotient
X.
rule to figure it out, but
how would you do quotient rule? Because tangent is sine over cosine.
Right.
Is that how you would do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to do it. I got it.
It's on, yeah, it's on your paper. You did that exact thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember that one of yours. Yeah.
I didn't get any of these right. Like I got 6 points off. Like none of them are 100% right.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yep. When I was grading, if I looked at a page and nothing was right, I just put the bottom back, and I was like, but I eventually got to it.
I mean, like I won. I got 1.
It's giving me like heart palpitations. Okay. Okay, let's check out this one. So number 1, tan squared of 3 theta, not a product. It is secretly a chain rule. But this one, I have a product. These are 2 functions. I will have a product rule.
Number 4.
I'll have u equal, so for B it's number 4?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Because you have like, I want to say maybe I changed a couple of the problems, but like the front page is just different order. Yep. U prime is 2. V is e to the 3x, and then most people got this one right. Actually, this is a good one. This is also the one where if you didn't fully simplify, I gave you most of the points.
Factor it out. Okay.
Yeah.
How you mean you?
So e to 3x, the derivative is e to 3x times the derivative of 3x, which is 3. So 3 times e to 3x. And then I'm going to use product rule. So u times v prime, so times 3x to 3x, plus v u prime times 2. F prime of x. Let's see, let me like write out above. U times v prime plus v times u prime. I think normally I do like u v. Is this the way I normally do it? I think so. But like the order doesn't matter. If you do vu prime plus u v prime, u prime v plus, right? If I do 1 plus 2, same thing as 2 plus 1, cumulative property of addition, I could have this whole thing over here and that whole thing over there. Okay. Cool. So, right, okay. So then notice we have a common factor. 2 times e to the 3x. 2 times e to the 3x. So I pull out 2 times e to the 3x, and I'm left with 3x plus 1. We did pretty well on this one, not going to lie. Overall, pretty well.
Did you decide if it's a calculator entire time final or no?
Oh yeah, calculators may be used for this exam the whole time. Remember to put in radian mode. Please show all work, as partial credit can only be received as supportive work. If you have the correct answer and there's no work, goodbye.
Music to my ears.
Okay. Cool.
It sounded as if it was like, I don't know, like something.
Exactly. Music to my ears.
I'm toning it down. I gotta tone it down. I'm tired of saying, show your work. And then people take the test and I'll show their work, so I can't give them credit. Don't cry to me. I told you and I wrote it on the test. Done. Okay. Whew. I think I'm ready for break. All right, number 2 questions. We know it's a product rule because there's 2 distinct functions being multiplied, right? So, question, what? What are you saying? Number 3, do I have a product rule?
No. Well, no, you have a
Chain.
Yeah.
It's chain.
Oh, because you do it to the 1/2, and then you bring it down.
So, parentheses are your best friend. Let me rewrite this. So, ln of x squared, and this is all to the 1/2 power. So, you must use chain rule. You must use chain rule. This whole ln of x squared is in the 1/2 power. It's fine. At least you didn't spill on the floor.
Do you see how big her office board?
I don't want to know. Okay.
I'm so done.
Okay. Bring down the exponent. Leave the stuff that's inside. So what I'm doing is this first part that's out here. I'm doing the 1/2 power first. Bring the 1/2 down, subtract 1, so I have it to the negative 1/2. Then I must deal with this inside portion right here. Derivative ln of x squared. 1 over x squared.
Probably to the 1.
And then derivative of x squared is 2x. So.
Wait. Sorry.
Yes.
Why would the derivative? Oh.
So.
But if it was 0 over.
What are you talking about? Where's 0?
Oh. I'm sorry. Okay.
Never mind.
Okay, so have to deal with the outside. One thing we struggle with is parentheses. So even if you realize it was the negative half, if you didn't have the correct parentheses, you missed putting ln of x squared on the bottom. Ay. This was a problem a lot of people missed. But the one people missed the most is number 4, and that was straight from the notes. Okay, I digress.
Which one was that?
Yeah, number 4. I didn't.
I got number.
This one.
What was the answer to the one?
Oh, we're working on this one with ln. So 1/2 times 1 over square root of ln of x squared times, let's see, the 2's cancel out here. One of the x's goes away. I'll just write it that way, whatever. So this is f prime of x is going to be 1 over x times square root of ln of x squared. Okay. Let me show a little bit more. What the heck? We still have 6 minutes. 2x over 2x squared root ln of x squared. So that I simplified that top line. One of the x's cancels out, 2 cancels out. The biggest issue was seeing that ln of x squared was inside the whole root, and so it was all to the same exponent.
Oh my god, wait a minute. So the something to the power of 1/2 isn't a root, and if it's negative, you just put it on the bottom.
Yep.
Where did the 2x come from now?
The 2x
On the
comes from
bottom.
the 2 is from the 1/2 when we multiplied by we bring the 1/2 down. Right, you bring the 1/2 down for the exponent.
Yeah.
Because
you're putting it on the bottom. You're moving the 1/2 back. Because you don't want
Yeah,
1/2.
I got rid of the negative 1/2 by moving on the bottom and turning it into a square root. I think you'll be, if you miss this next problem, you'll be mad because it was the easiest one on the whole front page.
Yeah, I feel dumb.
The first one I
I feel so dumb.
Move this down,
And then you do that.
and then, oops, hold on.
Oh.
And
1.
subtract 1.
No.
Wait, you're kidding me.
Oh.
Is that all?
No.
Oh my god, I want to cry.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, just kidding. There's a whole joke. It's a prank. No, come on. I told you you'd be mad. Told you you'd be mad. I don't care either. Let's go. Okay. Don't go through this problem.
I did that and I wrote that just because I didn't know what to do, but I definitely thought 100% it would be wrong.
That's the rule. That's the rule.
Did you get it though? Did you finish it?
Yeah.
I got 1/2 off because I forgot the
Can we do
negative.
6? Skip 5.
We're not skipping it. We're not skipping any of the problems. Nope. I don't. Oh, there was one page where we mostly got it right on the test. Yeah.
There's one page.
Can we do the cosine squared e one?
So we're gonna do this one.
Yeah.
I think this is chill. Let's do quotient rule.
This one.
Yeah.
It's definitely this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just.
It's okay. I recommend you not throw your test away because maybe I'll recycle questions. But
No, I was.
it's the way it
folding
is.
so that no one next to me can see my grade. See like that.
What do you do?
Privacy is the thing. Okay. So ready? Low. D high. Take. High. D low is 1. Cross the line, square the low. Quotient rule. That's it. And if you instead tried to use product rule, that was fine. It's just, you multiply by x to the negative 1 power, and then you have to. Okay. Yeah, I'm going over these problems so we can talk about them. But if you got it wrong, I probably wrote the right answer for you and showed you how to do it. Cool. So number 6 doesn't take too long either.
I don't.
I can rewrite this whole thing as cosine of e to the 2x, all squared. So we must use chain. This is the first thing we talked about. The tangent squared of 3 theta. Remember at the top of the page, cosine squared of e to the 2x is cosine of e to the 2x squared. Use chain. First First, bring down the 2, and then write cosine of e to the 2x. Then, right, so I dealt with this outside part. Right, I dealt with this outside part. Now I take the derivative of cosine e to the 2x. So I multiply by negative sine of e to the 2x. And then the derivative of e to the 2x is e to the 2x times 2. So if you had version B, I think it was like 3x.
Yeah.
It was a cosine or sine?
It was cosine.
Okay, cool. So where there's a 2, just put a 3 instead. So it's negative for e to the 2x cosine e to the 2x times sine e to the 2x. Cool. And that is the whole front page. So tomorrow, let's be super productive. Let's get through the rest of this, and then we'll come up with questions about things you don't understand, how it relates to the final. Cool.
So are all of our grades put in other than the final?
No, participation grades, and I have to go back and look at attendance.
Participation is its own category.
Yes.
Can't bring my grade.
I won't bring it up. At best, Rob drop it.
If we have
I mean, at worst.
classes,
There's no extra. There's no extra.
Can we use that?
No, there's
A
no.
while ago, but
I haven't put participation in for quarter 2.
Can we just leave it out?
If you've been tardy or absent, that's not school approved. It's gonna affect you. If you've been absent more than 5 times in this class, not excused. Or tardy.
By quarter.
By quarter.
thank you.
I don't have any. I don't have
By
any.
quarter.
Over. I have 3 in one quarter.
Okay, bye.
I've only missed